For number 10, we're looking to find left and right limits and double-sided limits of this particular graph, this particular function f. And the first part, part A, is asking us to find the limit as x approaches a positive 2, and there's a little negative sign to the top right, and that means that we are looking for the left approach. So let's find our target x value of positive 2 on the graph, and let's approach that value from the left. As we approach that value from the left, what is the y value that we're getting close to? It looks like the y value that we're getting close to, that we are approaching, is a y value of 1. So from the left-handed limit, as x approaches 2 from the left, is a positive 1. Part B, we're looking for the limit as x approaches 2, and we have a positive sign to the top right, which means we are approaching from the right. So as we approach that target x value of 2 from the right, so let's glide along the graph from the right, it looks like we are also approaching a y value of positive 1. In part C, we're looking for the limit as x approaches 2, and it does not have a value, or a little sign to the top right. It doesn't have a minus or plus, so remember that this is the limit as we approach from both sides. So we want to approach one particular y value from both sides, and it has to be the same y value for the double-sided limit, or for the two-sided limit. So we see that the left and right approach both gave us a y value of 1, so the double-sided limit exists and is also the same y value of 1. For parts D and E, we're approaching negative and positive infinity. So as x approaches negative infinity, we are going all the way to the very left part of our graph, and we're seeing if the graph is continuing to increase or decrease, or does it level off. We see here that as x goes towards negative infinity, that the y values are actually going towards positive infinity. So the y values are not approaching a particular y value, they're approaching infinity, so the limit on the left side does not exist. As x approaches positive infinity, we want to find out what the y values are doing there. So as we go to the very far right of our graph and see what happens as we go all the way to the right as x approaches positive infinity, we see the y values look like they're continuing to decrease forever. So as the y values continue to decrease, they're not reaching a particular y value, so we would say that this limit also does not exist.